can't have your outlaw
live a life,
mile high light beer without your Jameson black.
Okay. Should I slam her?
Right.
You boys ready to knock into this thing, dog? Hit that thing.
All right, everyone be quiet.
You guys ever seen The Hangover? We are back. We are so back right now, dude.
Part 4.
How have y'all been doing, man?
Good, man.
A lot better now that we're in this room with you.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad to have y'all back, man. It's been too long. It's been probably over a year. I'm going to assume over a year. It was Vagabond's tour era was last time. Oh, I've got a photo here. You guys pass this around. Take a look at that. Look at these young men right here.
One for the scrapbook.
One for the books.
Number 66.
That's it, man.
Man, why?
It really wasn't a legendary episode until Jim watched it.
Continuing the art teacher look.
Wow.
Preston's got that short hair.
My glasses,
That
was
beanie
it?
is phenomenal.
I don't know if you do it on purpose.
I've looked better.
I don't know. Depends on who you ask.
If there's a company out there and you need a model that looks like an art teacher, we've got
a guy. We've got a guy.
How have you been?
I've been fantastic, man. It's great to see you guys. I know it's taken us a while to get this scheduled because we're all fucking all over the place. But thank y'all for cutting some time out. I know you had to kill some time in Athens today, but fuck, how was the show last night? Fiji UGA last night, pretty good.
It was amazing.
Yeah, good crowd.
We had those like
Insane
sparkler things.
Yeah,
and
we
I
talked
loved it.
about
We
that
didn't even
earlier.
know that it was
Dude,
gonna happen.
I almost got burned. I was like
I
literally
did.
talked about
next to
that.
it, and I
Talking
thought it
about
burned my guitar because I was like, it was. So
You were that
bad.
close?
I think it caught the edge of my guitar.
Aren't they supposed to put the little X's on it, right? Like, shouldn't there be some kind of like, hey, don't stand here
Dude,
thing,
we got
right?
no
So you
preface
think,
that they were even.
Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna be.
So
turned
when it
on.
came on, I was
Zero
like,
notes.
I think they were
Nice.
they were definitely testing it to make sure it worked for the DJ after us.
That's what we thought it was just
But
gonna be for the DJ.
yeah, they didn't have anything labeled in it. As far as we were concerned, it just looked like another hazer. So
Yeah.
Also, no one
Danger
mentioned
zone.
it. You would think that someone would mention that there
By
would be
the
fire
way,
shot at you.
Yes, I think that's worth noting.
Hey, we might test these out. This could kill you.
They did at some weird times too. Like
Yeah.
they kind of missed some cues, but it was.
It happens. It happens. Well, here's how I want to do this, you guys. I've been thinking about this a lot. I put a lot of time into this. I've been like, it's hard to get them in here. We're busy bees. I want to fucking make this shit count, dog. You guys ready for that?
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
I want to back up first. We're gonna back up if that's all right. Last time you guys were here, the album wasn't even out yet. I don't even think Fireline was out, or what was
No.
there was one single out. What was the first single on the
Notions.
album? Notions was the first one.
Yeah.
So I think just Notions was out. So I guess what I want to know, and briefly, like, how do you think things have changed personally as a band since then? I know it's a big question, but like, does anything stick out in your minds? It's like, this shit's way different now.
We're definitely a lot busier than we were. I would say.
Interesting. That was a warehouse era. You guys played
Playing
warehouse
less
night
frat
before.
shows, definitely.
And more selective with the frat shows.
Yeah.
Preston,
There's a lot more people like on the crew, which is nice. Like,
the team kind of.
yeah, a lot bigger team. Big family's grown, so it's like, just a lot more moving parts, which is fun because.
Blake, anything you want to know? How about personally? Like, are you guys personally like what? Like back then, you were, I guess, maybe hungrier. I don't know. You're pretty hungry now. I mean, does it feel like
it's not that hunger's gone away.
it's like is it more like, is it like harder to have a good night now because every night's not like the first time? So it's not your first time playing Fiji UGA. You know what I mean? It's
think
like we
for-
played there a
if
bunch.
anything, it's like the playing every night. We've played the songs so many times. So for me, it's like every night's an opportunity to like not only be comfortable with the show, but like get even more creative and like fun.
Interesting. So, and you guys are still playing, I assume, I guess every time I've called you, it's been primarily just the album and the EP, right? And what, maybe 2 to 3 unreleased?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been
something like
mixing
that.
in. We've probably played a total of like 4 from this new album we've been working on.
Yeah.
But some of them have stuck around longer.
Interesting.
And
So, I mean, like, you've been playing them for what, 2 years now? I mean, no tiredness on them whatsoever. Is there any, it's like, I think I'm good on, waste of time tonight or something? Or it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't really want to hit that.
that song in specific, like,
I
we've
love
been
that song.
playing. We kind of brought it back just because we've been doing shorter sets with Moon Taxi.
Uh-huh.
And we brought it back for the last like 2 shows, but we hadn't played that song in a while.
But before
Really?
that, we were playing it a lot. I feel
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we were playing it every show because usually we're playing headline shows where we had to
Yeah.
play every song that we've ever written besides By Tomorrow.
How have you guys found? Interesting note there.
No, that's train
And
tracks.
Oh, right.
What
And
was?
yeah. For train
True.
shows.
Yeah.
I forget about that song.
How do you guys? I mean, this is your first. Well, not your first. The Vagabond tour will be the other opening slot. But I know I was interested when you guys got put on the Moon Taxi tour. Was that like? I mean, that's surely a different experience than the Stu's headline tour, right? What's some shit that's going on there? What are y'all learning? What's new? What's the vibe like? I mean, opening's harder or easier or
It's a really cool experience because
Yeah.
Moon Taxi's like a couple levels up from us, if you will, and
mm-hmm.
seeing what it looks like, the operation, day to day, and seeing what it looks like on stage, what gear they're using.
Tour bus, that's kind of thing.
Yeah,
Tour
their
bus,
team
big
is
trailer.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see that aspect. And then also the opening on our side, it's like 45-minute sets, hour sets, so you just get to go hard for, whatever 8 or 9 songs. And
Get off.
I enjoy it. I do yearn for headlining sets sometimes personally.
Yeah.
But
What
I
about
like the
it? Just
short
like
and sweet ones.
the playing longer or like the
Yeah,
play
just
when you
play
go.
the whole
Right?
catalog. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
It's been cool to learn. They're like next level players too. So like
Yeah.
Wes on the keys and like Trevor, all of them. They all are like they're just insane.
Fucking sick
technical
guys.
playing going on. Also, yeah, they're like I think they all met at Belmont and like show up to
didn't know
sound
that.
check and they'll be doing like some like 15-minute like I don't know some just jam super
Crusade?
tight jams and they're playing like I don't know all kind of like Allman Brothers stuff and like
Yeah.
even like Fish jams and stuff. Kind
See,
of different than like some of the other bands we've ever toured with.
Yeah, which is I guess this is the only opening you guys have really done other than like Vagabonds, Dirty Gubs kind of crowd, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I saw when you guys got it, I was like, I feel like this will probably like just being around them will take you guys up a notch, like learning like, hey, here's how we actually fucking like tour. Like you don't know until you go bigger, right? Like you see
Yeah.
somebody else, like they've been doing it how long? 30 years, 20 years? Probably more like
No,
20,
no, like
right?
15, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. They're
But like
younger than I
10
thought.
years with like a tour bus and like
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
it big.
They've
Yeah.
got it down to a
Interesting.
science. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like the smoothest,
Yeah.
like day to day
Yeah.
kind of thing that they do for every show.
They
Interesting.
wake up and they like enjoy the city there and they got like
Yeah.
bikes in the trailer.
Oh,
They're like going and
man.
seeing the
They
beach
got their
and get
golf clothes,
massages.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, Wes got like stranded at the golf course and he was like running in late to sound check because they like it's just like stuff like that, like being able to go play golf before a show in the town you're in and stuff like that.
I feel like that's
That's
one of the things that doesn't really get talked about a lot, or maybe it does among us, but it's like everybody was like talking about touring, it's like, oh, we get to see all these 6 cities, and kind of like you're saying about New Orleans, it's like you guys were there and you fucking dipped immediately. It's like you don't even have a day to enjoy it. It kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
how has it been? Like, I guess like I'm trying to like make comparisons. I didn't listen to the last episode because I didn't want to know exactly what we talked about, but I remember where you guys at, and you guys were really like. You were really fucking excited that like things were like kind of about to start happening, right? Like the album wasn't out, so you're stoked about that. And now that you've played it, has there been like some songs on there that like shocked you as to like people picked up on them, or like some that was like, oh, that was the one that like or is there any that have like as you played them have become more of a thing?
I think for me, we had just put out Notions, I think you said.
Yeah,
Pretty
sure.
I don't think we knew or could have guessed that would be like so much more of a popular song compared to the other ones on that album.
Yeah, okay.
But now I think in hindsight, and now I understand why.
It makes sense. It's kind of like the
But-
vibe on that one, right? Like that one's like super
Yeah,
vibe, right?
And it was like the one that we finished the closest to when we were going in to record, and probably spent the least amount of time recording. Like,
Really?
It was just like smooth.
Interesting.
It just happened.
Yeah, dude, that mix stands out on the album.
I think it does too.
Yeah,
I
in
think there's
my
a good
opinion.
vocal of yours on there towards the end. Once you do like, there's like a little scream or something, or like you like articulate a different way. I wish I'd written down the line so I could fucking tell you, but
Thanks, man.
I wanted to note that was a good vocal. Yeah, that's interesting though. Like I feel like for the album, for me, I like kind of like had 2 different layers of it to where like I like discovered the like Fireline, Notions, On Hold were like my favorites, and then I came and saw you guys in Auburn that one time, and I was like, yo, fucking Waste of Time is a good song. And there was like a few that I was missing in there, It hasn't been like that for you guys at all. Or I guess you played them all from the start, right? Except for What Was. Do you
Yeah.
guys play What Was?
We have a
need
couple
to
sometimes.
more. I love playing that song.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can play that song.
Same kind of thing, the vibe, no vocal, right? Like just like a instrumental kind of movement sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in 3/4. You got to think about it a little more.
Oh, it's in 3/4. I didn't even notice that, dog. I didn't even
Yeah, it's
notice
like
that.
It's
Yeah.
just so slow you can't
like
you don't
7.
even really realize.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I guess getting to that, like, are you guys, I guess what I'm trying to find out, are you guys like excited to put the new album out? Is that like a big secret that I can't talk about? Or is that
No,
like,
no.
it's out there,
They have
right?
an album
Well,
coming out.
let's
An
talk.
album coming, you
Listen to
guys.
Yeah, I'm
10
for either
songs?
one- I think it'll be 11.
11? Okay. And What Was is 10, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
What Was 10?
I think it's
okay.
10, right?
I like
Yeah.
Train
I think,
Tracks. I feel
like-
like Train Tracks is a good song that nobody talks
We've
about.
like
It's a
never
good
played
one.
that live.
Yeah.
You never played
It's
that
the
one?
piano on it.
The
which is-
piano.
It's a little.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Southern Rocky thing going
It
on.
does
It's
feel a
like,
bit empty, yeah.
Shout
feels
out
like a
Spencer Coates.
yeah, he played piano.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's like a Sunday song to me. Like I listened to it today because I was getting ready and I was like, that's a fucking good Sunday song, dude. Fucking
Thanks, man.
cheers to that, fellas. Cheers
I'm
to
trying
that,
to think of
man.
what else is a Sunday song.
Yeah,
Sunday
Sunday
Morning by
Sunday.
Maroon 5 is a Sunday
Oh,
song.
that's a great Sunday song. An elite Sunday song.
So is She Will Be Loved.
Oh, we've been playing
So-
that song.
What about
So
Born
is-
Time.
Easy?
She Will Be Loved
So
like
is
a
most of
Wednesday
Maroon
night.
5's catalog.
It's what?
Most of Maroon 5's catalog is a Sunday song,
I could see that. She Will
I
Be
don't
Loved.
know.
We've been playing that and like
Here's
that's like
to
the loudest.
ones that we got.
except for that one.
We can't
That's
talk
like a
about
Saturday
Maroon 5,
night
though.
song at the club.
All right, moving on.
They're controversial now.
All right, well, tell me about. I think there's a couple of show runs that I want to talk about. I'm gonna burn through all my shit really fast, and then we're just gonna fucking freeball this thing, dog. There's a couple of show runs that I've recently, or maybe not too recent, but there's a couple of show runs I want to ask you guys about. As in like markets where it seemed like you guys went from like nobody knowing who you are to like fucking selling shit out like really fast. I want to see what you guys thought about this. Like, I told Garrett and them some that come to mind, or when you guys did. You did the Senate, and then you did fucking the Jefferson that one weekend. Do you remember that? I feel like that was the weekend where it was like, oh, fuck, these guys are going to be really big, right? Did it feel like that? Because you guys went from like...
That was
I
like
mean,
an
what'd you-
awesome
Yeah.
feeling.
Right?
Because we went from the Southern, which I think like it sold out, but it was
300 cap, right?
I don't
Yeah.
remember
I
exactly.
played
fire
there.
alarm
That was a
went
really
off.
the fire alarm went off. In the
They're
middle
like
of the show.
hanging out with
Not
all
to
the
get
crowd, like
distracted,
in a
but-
little alley next door,
And it's
then
in, like-
we go
yeah.
back in after. We're like, all right, everybody, come on, let's like finish the show.
But yeah,
It's kind of fun.
I think White's saying going from that to seeing the Jefferson Theater sold out is
Yeah,
pretty cool feeling for sure.
And you know
Interesting.
that building is awesome.
That building's
That-
fucking
yeah,
beautiful,
It's a
dude.
special venue.
It's like it feels very Greek to me. Not like fraternity, like Greeks. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
massive
yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
You know, like
Have
a
you
very.
been under the?
I have been
tunnel?
under.
That's the
yeah,
best
yeah.
part.
I love the tunnel.
Yeah, I wanted to take a video like you guys did. That shit was sick. Y'all
No
run
matter how
through
many
there.
times I slam my head on a pole under there, I'll still love
You've
it.
got a duck going through there.
that's
Well,
my
fun.
new-
I was
It's
running
just
through
like the
those tunnels
unfinished-
with Booger last time.
Booger's a road hero at this point, right? He's with
Yeah.
y'all a lot, right?
He's,
Yep.
Yeah, he's.
Well, what do y'all do when
So
y'all
good
play?
on
Just
the
leave him in
road.
the car or in the backstage?
They're
Or?
backstage.
Booger's Blake's
Okay.
dog, by the way.
Yeah, worth noting. Worth noting.
Yeah.
Cheers to Booger.
Cheers.
I
to
see a
Booger.
lot of TikToks
Love you,
on
bro.
Booger, and I'm like,
That's my son, man. I really care about him.
I guess back on the like the Senate Jefferson thing. I know that to me that was a big run. I don't know, like, is there like some runs that stick out to y'all? Maybe like the New York City, DC one recently, where it was like you
Yeah.
guys are crushing out of nowhere, right? Like, 'cause you
That
guys don't
one,
have a
yeah.
huge ticket history up there, do you? Right?
No.
Like one
Not like
ticket to
this
show.
summer.
I mean,
show.
we played there with the 87 Nights last summer,
Yeah.
and it did really. I think it sold out, right?
Did it?
Yeah, we did Union
Yeah, but we
Stage
sold-
DC, which was
we
like
sold almost
400.
1,000 more tickets. So
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. Like, it's weird because that first time we'd been around was a co-headline.
Uh huh.
So a lot of those nights, like, it's, you know, it's a 50-50 split,
Yeah.
regardless of which band is bringing more. And then
Okay.
it didn't really matter, but because
Yeah.
they were great shows. But when you come back and you're the only headliner, it's like that's where.
Yeah, and it's like fucking New York City and DC. Like you guys have no homies up there. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's like you guys are from fucking Atlanta
Dude, you'd
and
be
Auburn,
surprised
right?
how many people live
Well,
in New York
summertime,
City,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, in the summer, like
Interesting.
there
You
was
don't
so
know
many
where my
people.
homies
apparently they.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume on your homies. You know, I just assumed that there weren't a million up there. You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone expected that result. That was definitely when you mentioned like good runs.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
one that sticks out.
Definitely.
Are there any
yeah,
others
definitely
like
for me, the 9:30 Club in New York.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
9:30 Club was crazy.
that's DC, right?
Yeah.
that was
Interesting.
like the best. That was awesome.
I'd say another one is the last time we did Texas
Uh-huh.
was pretty fun.
Like Granada and
Granada
stuff like
Theater
that,
in Dallas
right?
was like a way better turnout than I would have ever. God, my voice right now.
We were talking.
Than
about
I would
who's
have
gonna
ever
happen.
guessed. But, yeah,
That's two.
need some more whiskey, I guess.
It's weird. It's weird that like I don't know. Like, do you guys have any kind of like? Why do some towns get it? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know if you guys like. It seems like you guys seem to be getting it everywhere now, but it's like sometimes certain towns just understand it more. You think it's like the people that are there, or like the geography of like you know what I mean? Like Stu's doing well in like a mountainy town, like that makes sense, right? But it's like you know Texas might get it, and you might go to Columbus, Ohio, and it's like oh fuck, we did 35 tickets. It's like
Yeah,
why does
that's
that happen?
Columbus for you.
Yeah,
I think
you
it's
know what
like
I mean?
a time and place thing because
Yeah.
it depends on what's going on in the city.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we won't even know about it, but we'll show up and there's a, you know, like a fish show
Yeah.
happening or like something like that. Or you'll show up to like a big college town and there's like a formal that you didn't think about. Or
Tuscaloosa had Santana that time.
Well, who
like
did?
a date night or
We
something.
played in Tuscaloosa, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna go, but Santana's playing at the amphitheater. I'm like,
Can't blame you there, brother.
you.
Like,
Santana
can I
can
go
go
with
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
God be with you.
No, it definitely is strange.
Right?
I feel like each place is different,
Yeah.
but some places do just get it a little more than others. It's cool.
I guess it's just good that some of them get it. You know what I mean? Can't complain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think about
I'm sure
weird
you
shit
experience it too.
like that. Yeah, man.
Like
It's
it
weird.
can definitely be a hit or a miss sometimes, but
And you would think
Can't
it's
think
like the
about
more
the
you played
misses.
there, like that would kind of lead to it every time, but maybe not necessarily. Like we have some that we keep hitting. I'm like, all right, guys, this ain't it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
can't
it just doesn't
force
pan
it.
out, right?
yeah, you gotta,
Interesting.
and the ones that work sometimes end up working even better because you gotta somewhat starve the market a little
Yeah.
bit. And
Stop
certain
doing
times.
bars and that
Yeah,
kind of
like
shit.
Atlanta,
right?
we did really well in Atlanta starting out,
Yeah.
and then it felt like we didn't play in Atlanta for like forever, and
Okay.
then came back and like it was it was good again.
Yeah. And now it's Buckhead Theater time, dog. That's crazy, bro. What's the cap on that? 2,000?
2,500.
2,500, dog. And
Let's
what
not-
was the
let's
last
not
place
talk
y'all did?
about
Vinyl? That sold out, right?
There's
Or was
center
it
stage.
Center stage.
kind of the same thing? Or is it
We
Vinyl
did.
a
It's the
smaller
same
room?
building. Yeah.
Interesting. How
we
was
didn't
that?
sell out there, no.
Yeah. What's the cap on that? Is it bigger than Buckhead?
It's like
I don't know.
1,200?
Probably like 1,000-ish.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They have
Interesting.
seats in like a half bowl
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then a big pit.
Yeah.
So it's really weird sometimes. Like you'll look up and you'll see some people in the seats,
Uh-huh.
and then the pit is kind of off-putting because it looks like it's a lot of people, but then you see empty seats and you're like, damn.
Yeah, that was a huge
still a
room.
great
It felt
show.
it
Yeah.
felt like it was
Fun
a
one.
huge room. Yeah, really. Fun
There were some
show.
nice
It was
videos
really
from
good
that y'all
show,
made.
yeah.
They were like really good. I think Fireline or
Hometown
one of
show.
those that y'all did in Atlanta. I was watching that on
Braxton
YouTube.
Watts.
Yeah, Braxton Watts.
Great video. On
The
the YouTube
legends.
You
dude.
can't see him, but he's behind that.
But they're
camera.
here.
You wish you could. Trust
We
me.
can see him.
Maybe he'll
We're
come
staring
sit
right
in the
at
chair
him.
for a few minutes when we're done.
He looks good.
Come sit on my lap.
Let's cut that out.
Doctor.
That stays. That starts the episode. Well, all right. So let me keep going on touring. Are you guys? I'm obviously interested in this, but like, as you keep doing it more, it obviously becomes more of like a lifestyle thing. It's not like it's maybe a little less shock of like, oh fuck, we're going to Chapel Hill this weekend. You know what I mean? It's like we've been there, done it a couple
still
times, that
stoked.
sorts of things. Still exciting,
Yeah.
right? But it's like, what kind of like lifestyle things has it felt like for you guys on like leaning into like, hey, we're touring. This is what we do. Not quite a studio band, although you've been spending a lot of time with fucking Wolfgang, it seems like. So like maybe getting there for album or whatever. Any notes on that from anybody?
I think just trying to like.
You keep going.
I don't know.
If you're non-confrontational there.
Just like in your like in our own time that we do get off, like you get a couple days in between that we're not in the studio, you're not touring. To like, it's good to like have your own routine, like be able to like have like step out of it all for a second, and like but also find ways to like, at least for me, try and still like keep it musical in a way, like take a break, but like stay creative and like,
Yeah. What do you mean? Like go into the studio and work on some shit, or like go to a guitar store and play, or like
Well, like
et cetera?
when you have like 3 days off, and sometimes you want to just like sit there and not play, but then you realize like after your days off, you're like, damn, that was probably my time to like
Yeah, that was
learn
it.
the shit that I've been wanting to like practice for a while, So like,
It's like, damn it, I didn't unzip the case on that fucking
yeah,
break.
so
we
like
had.
sometimes it's like just like trying to I guess keep playing
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
for me.
And when it comes to like, I guess like personally, like, are you guys like, do you have to find a way to like keep enjoying it in the way of like playing the same set list, playing similar venues kind of thing? Like, I guess, or has it just been like just playing is always it, right?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's for me like there's no less enjoyment than there's ever been with getting to play. Like, even with the same, whatever, like 13 songs that we play that we've released, like they're all still fun to play.
Yeah, they're
in
still
my
yours.
opinion.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting. And I can always tell when I love watching the video, like when you guys put those story bulks after the shows, like I can watch them and like there's like certain mannerisms. Like if it's on him and he's like really vibing, I'm like, oh, they're moving right there. Or if Blake's got his bass, or if you got your bass up here like
Blake does his,
this, you know what I mean?
his little, like,
And
rabbit
Wyatt's arms
hops.
are way the fuck up. I'm like, oh, they're getting it right now. I'm like, fucking, I like to see when you guys are into it, which is cool. How has the set list grown in the ways of like, oh, we need to close with this, we need to open with this kind of shit? Does it change constantly? Or are you guys like
It's like pretty similar.
pretty similar, right? Especially on the opening slot, you can't experiment a crazy amount, right?
Yeah. That's like the one downside to me about the opening stuff is we feel like we need to play certain songs. Like we gotta play Make It Out. We gotta play
Of course.
certain songs. But it's kind of nice when you the longer sets are nice because then you like even a 2-hour set because you can play everything. And throw in some covers.
Plus,
there's a lot of songs that don't get the chance.
Yeah. What's some ones that you guys don't get to play every night that you just fucking love playing? Anything come to mind individually?
I like playing The Well, but it's not it's not like the most like popular song, I guess.
You guys open with that in Statesboro. That's another one that I didn't get until I listened to the album like the second or third time. I was like, oh, The Well is a sick song. Really cool guitar on that, dude.
Yeah, it's fun to play that one, but that one just we have like a transition we do with that Without You that's really fun to do. But just for it's not for every opening set kind of thing.
I don't know. Are you playing the main guitar on that, the like vibey flanger thing, or is that you?
Yeah.
That's you?
Yeah.
That's a fucking really sick part. I like that.
Thanks,
Fuck yeah. Anybody else have individuals they wish they could play every night? Or like what's just one y'all fucking like playing is what I want to know. You know what I mean?
I like playing Sometimes.
Sometimes? That's a good song. Yeah, I love that one.
Sometimes like because it's just like spacey vocals and it's just like
more of a vibe.
Just vibe out and kind of like do it a little different than it is on the record.
Interesting.
Like vocally.
How about you?
On Hold, I like that one, but we play it often, so
do you?
I'm not complaining.
We were at the Georgia Theater and y'all were playing this when I was with a few people. I was like, this is one of their best songs and nobody here knows it.
That is probably my favorite
to
play live because it's like the most dynamic.
That arrangement is money.
Almost like gas at the end of the
once you guys get moving at the end, dude,
but it's so
I feel like that was like really fire and like that's like single territory. That's sick. It's longer though. Is it 5.5 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that.
We start to rock.
People are always like, what the hell happened when we drop it back down at the end?
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's hard though. Like when you guys come back in, oh, I just want to be with you. That shit's hard.
That's like the dynamic though. That's kind of weird because I feel like we have a lot of fans. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we have a lot of fans that like make it out in Notions and stuff, and then we have like the other side that's just like
they want to rock or something.
Yeah, we'll drop into.
I love that. So it's like two. It's almost like gender specific thing, you know.
We'll drop in, to the hard part you were talking about of that song, and some people will be like that the slip away and the make it out. People will be like, oh, like
really?
I don't know. Sometimes you'll see like maybe, and I don't know because everybody when I'm listening to music live, sometimes if I'm seeing somebody that I'm really into, probably gonna look really pissed off. I'm gonna look like I hate the dude because I'm just like so focused. So who knows what people look like when they're like watching me, you know? So.
Yeah. You ever like in my head, I'm like, damn it, dude. I don't know if that guy was having a good time. And then I think about myself at a show, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
you
that
can
was
get
sick
so,
as fuck. You know what I mean? It's like just because they're not going like this, you know.
They say the biggest compliment from a musician is like
the arms crossed.
The big arms crossed and the stank face. Yeah,
that means you're crushing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting that you say like to make it out Notions people versus like the 9-5 Fireline people. That's interesting. I never thought about that. But like you really can't worry about it, right? Like you guys just keep doing whatever and like, you know what I mean? It's not like we need another.
There is a lot of crossover, I'd say. I think it's not like a
about it.
50-50 split really, but there's
It gives
definitely
them time
some
to go
people
get a drink.
that just know.
exactly.
Something to think about. I don't know. That's interesting, man. What would you say the new album is leaning more towards? Like a little bit of both, completely different. The shit I've heard on the story has been like wild guitar stuff.
It's pretty different. I'd say.
Yeah.
It's still
Definitely
got that
a lot
split
more
though.
going on.
In its differences, there's still the like different mellow and the different like heavier stuff. So.
And I remember you guys had mentioned last time that I was asking about the album, and I was like, was it hard to come up with 10 songs that were like coherent? And you guys were like, no, not at all, which is fucking wild to me, by the way, because I struggle with that. You know, my shit be all over the place. You know, so like, has it been like that for this album too? Has it been like, oh, here's 10 songs that are pretty related?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we left a few out. We tracked a bunch in January, and there's still a few that are just sitting there in demo-itis.
Yeah. Which is a scary place to be.
But they're just chilling because we're satisfied with the selection that we have. So it's definitely a cool feeling.
Interesting. Okay. And is there like I'm trying to think how I want to ask this. Is there like you guys going to single them out or whatever and then do album, or is it like just album?
Yeah,
I think we're going to.
A couple singles?
Dude, we'll probably send them to you and ask you which ones you think should be singles.
I think it was a working title. I would love that, Wyatt, by the way. I think it was a work title. Oh, I wrote it down. It was.
I sent you the two.
Melancholia.
I sent you like the two.
That one's sick, dude. The guitar. Who's playing the guitar riff on that one?
The double mergers.
Yeah. It's like summer vibe, dog. Like it's a good feeling, you know what I mean? And you guys bring it back down into it. Like I only had a chance to listen to it twice, but I was like, that riff is good. It sounds like a Cars or something, you know, like an 80s synth rock thing, but like not at all. You know what I mean? It was kind of cool.
I feel like you started off this podcast saying, what's the like difference really between when we first talked and like now, and I feel like for us as a band, like just we've come so far with sonics and what we're playing, not only on like pedals, amps aside, but when you add all that stuff in the mix, everybody's come so far, and I think this album's really gonna show that. So.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you're
cool.
the gear guy over here, man, dude. I like the Dobbs
but
gear
it's cool
import, and you gotta follow that.
Ben and Preston get into it too.
Yeah, seems like
it's a rabbit hole, and I had gas, which is gear acquisition syndrome. I was self-diagnosed.
I think you guys had gas before the last
and,
podcast too.
I totaled up all my shit, and I was like, I have a fucking problem. and then after I cleared house, you just kind of realize what you need, what you don't, what you like, and what you don't. And
well, I mean, it's interesting.
I have like 6 overdrive pedals. I'm like, why?
Do you really?
They all do the same thing.
See, I have similar drives.
I have 3 of the same 2 overdrives, so I can have them on the same.
Last time I saw you on Auburn, you'd busted out the chimes. What? I was like, we're getting into the drum shit now.
Like,
is the kit
fun,
the pots and pans?
They're just a pain to like
set
to
up.
travel with.
Is it?
And the setup's fine, but just the whole
fragile.
they're fragile, and like certain ones were falling off.
They're fragile.
And
They're
they are. Just the string parts, and they can get so easily like tied up. That
You
shit
hit it.
was fun though.
I heard you hit it 1 or 2 times. Or shit. I was like, yes.
It did get to a point where I was doing too much with
Were you
it.
chiming on?
Oh yeah, a little bit too excited.
Chiming just fucking straight chimes.
I love doing at the end of sometimes, like doing the
the
like tom hit, then you do it really quick, and then the final hit.
Yeah,
like figuring out how to like, because it's just a weird motion to have to kind of do. You're doing like a
longer
graceful
thing.
little stroke. Everything else is like. So,
how about you down there? You been having fun on that bass still, man?
Yeah, dude, I'm having a great time.
That was like a good fucking time, man.
I believe you, man.
Holy shit.
Dude.
I hope that when you're editing this podcast, you get the camera angle of his face.
No,
let me write this time
somebody
down.
tag that.
I'm having a lot of fun. I think some of the I gotta chill. I think some of the new songs are just like, from my perspective, just like way more fun to play. Whereas,
In the sense of like the bass or as a whole?
I mean, I think the dynamics are a little bit more interesting, and just more like stuff going on, which is exciting. And like the ones I sent you, we bring it down in the middle and then we merge into the next song.
Yeah, I
which
was
is
wondering
cool.
if they were 2. Is it supposed to be 2 or is
It's
it?
gonna be 2 songs.
back
It'll
to
be
back.
2
They'll
songs.
flow
Yeah.
into each other.
And then
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole second one, but wasn't it an instrumental, or did you guys just wait a long time to sing?
Well, the first
they
one's an
come in.
instrumental, and then the second one comes in with the vocals.
Gotcha. So what was it? It was it had 2 names. It was like 2 vibey names.
It was like Dissension and then Fade Away.
That's it. Interesting. Okay, so you guys are getting
These
experimental.
are all
Is the whole
these are
album
all
gonna
working
meld?
titles though.
Not the
Yeah,
whole
all
thing,
working
but there's-
titles.
Okay, so people won't know when they hear this. We'll have to clear it up later, but I'm sure they'll figure it
I'll
out.
figure it
Yeah.
out. Which the
Interesting.
instrumental one, it could have some words.
Could have some work.
We don't know.
Yeah, we're still working
Maybe.
on this stuff, and I
World
think the
may
good thing
never
about
know.
releasing singles is that like we're really happy with a couple right now,
Yeah.
so we can like release them slowly,
Uh-huh.
and then during that time we can put the finishing touches on the other ones.
Yeah, it kind of buys you time for the whole album, right?
Yeah, and I feel like
Gives
in
them
this
some
day and
love.
age, you
Yeah.
put out 10 songs, like no one's listening to all 10 songs.
Yeah, it's
you know
tough,
what I
right?
mean?
Yeah.
When you bought a record, you're forced to like listen to the whole
side,
thing because
yeah.
you're like, I bought it, I'm gonna listen, and you're just like doing stuff, the music's playing, the whole record plays, and you're like, even listening to records now, like when you buy a record, it's fun because you end up being like, oh, I really like this song, and I probably wouldn't listen to it if it didn't have the whole record.
Yeah, like you grow
But
to
with
love
the
it without
singles,
trying.
like you have to release them one by one because if you want the ones that deserve love, people are just gonna find that one song and add it to
Yeah.
their playlist and not look any further.
Interesting.
I
They
can be
always
bad
find
about
it,
with
right?
bands sometimes, you know.
So what now?
I can be bad about that. Just like finding a song you really love and like
Uh-huh.
getting caught in that and not listening to giving the whole album like the attention that it should have.
Yeah. That's interesting though, because I never really thought of you guys as like I've always thought of you guys as a big project band. Like there was no singles for the EP, right? Like 9-5,
No,
Make It Out. None of those are singles, right?
We just like accidentally dropped it. To be honest.
We
Drop
woke
the
up one
fucking
morning and
fire,
it was like,
dog.
by the way,
I was
it's
at
out.
my mom's birthday lunch, and I checked my phone, and someone was like, "Dude, I love the stuff. It sounds great." And I'm like, "Excuse
What
me?
stuff?
Yeah,
Really?
What are you talking about?"
Who put it out? I mean, did one of y'all handle this?
But then I looked at it, and it was like a no profile pic, just the stews, and it had our EP, and I was like,
It was rushed, but I think the
This is
timing,
crazy.
like with the shows, like the timing matters so much about everything, and I really do
Yeah.
feel like we lucked out so hard with just
Yeah.
the timing and the position of everything. Like
Yeah, do you guys
know what
ever
I mean?
feel that weird pressure where it's like, oh, we're crushing right now, like we need a single right now, you know what I'm saying? Like like a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like you don't even have anything to tank. It's like album, take 6 months. It's like, fuck, I really could use one right now. Did you feel any of that?
Yeah, that's like walking the line. Just like you want to get stuff out,
Yeah.
but you also want to make sure it's really, really good.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could probably agree too.
Mhm.
You're never gonna feel like it's perfect.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
you're just gonna keep working on it and working on it. And,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta
That's
draw it.
super interesting. I mean, it's wild to me. Like the Sonics on the EP are really fucking good. So hats off to that for that being y'all's first 5, or is it 6 songs? Fucking
He's fine.
5.
hats
yeah.
off, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
right. I was listening to fucking 9-5 Day. I don't think I've ever noticed that there's like an organ on there, dude. Or
Yeah,
is it?
it's like pretty loud in there.
Yeah.
It's I was listening in the
It's
car.
a
There.
Hammond, bro.
Who's
Yeah.
playing?
B3. That's
One of y'all?
Spencer Coates.
Spencer.
Oh, the guy
Our
you mentioned
producer,
earlier.
Yeah,
Spency.
on
The
first
legend,
album.
That's
dude.
Coates with an E.
He was like, we were like, hey man, can you play? Think you could put that Hammond on there because it's a legendary organ.
Yeah.
I remember he was like, there's a video somewhere. He's like, this is one of the most legendary pieces of equipment in the world.
Yeah.
And then like fires it up and just like everybody was silent and it comes in like whirling and it was like gave me chills. It was awesome.
Somebody, I think I might have a video, but it's him tracking it and us sitting in front of this massive mixing board at Fame, and we're just like, we're basically in charge of hitting pause and like re-record, and nobody knows how to do it. He's just sitting in there, and he's like,
One more take.
And
And before he went in,
turn all the lights
he was
off,
like, "Yeah,
in
I'll
his
do
zone.
it
Yeah.
only if you turn all the lights out and like total
Yeah.
silence, and, like
Ceremonial
complete."
for him.
Yeah, it was like a big
Really?
ceremony. Yeah,
Dude, that's cool though.
That
That's
was
like
funny.
some serious mojo on that. I
Yeah.
love that.
yeah,
dude.
it was cool.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, all right. So the recording process from that to now, how has it changed? Is the songwriting still the same, or is it still? I mean, I don't think you guys had ever had like a one person was doing everything vibes. Is it still like super group, like whoever brings in guitars, like that you start working on it, or drum starts it, or bass starts? You know what I mean? Is it like bass line takes you where you're going, or is it like did the lyrics start it? Like fucking give me some insight on that because I'm interested.
there's
like
like
there's
a lot.
always-
There's like a lot of everything. I feel
Okay.
like different songs came out in different ways. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it was, it would have a bass line or like acoustic song that was started from just like an acoustic chord progression Ben had, and then you start adding licks and stuff from there, and then Wyatt wrote one of the Hourglass, like pretty much the whole thing. Just,
Fuck
like,
yeah.
it was
That's
like,
supposed to be first single, right?
yeah.
Fuck yeah. I don't think I've heard that one yet, dude. You wrote the
I
like.
think I showed it to you that night. We were.
Oh, dude, it was good. It was a vibe. We
4
were
a.m.
at Nicky Shot's house, dog. Fuck yeah, dude. We were vibing in there, bro.
So funny.
Yeah,
And
man.
I was like, dude, I was like drunk. I was like, fuck. I was like, hell, dude.
That we
Drop
shared
this
a
shit
moment
now,
that
dog.
night.
And we did, dude.
That's
We
awesome.
did, man. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good, dude. Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Well, yeah, I remember thinking that it was maybe leaning more towards like Make It Out vibe, right? Like the vibier kind of thing.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty like chill.
Yeah.
It's kind of like mid tempo, but
Mhm.
it's just more of like a delicate song. So, like,
Interesting.
I'm so stoked for that one to be released because recently, like, we've been playing that one live, and
Yeah.
I feel like we've just been getting better at like playing it live as
Uh-huh.
you do, as you play it more, and it's been so fun to like see people like really vibing with it.
Fuck yeah. So it's already working pretty good without people, without it being out, of course. I
Yeah.
think that's a pretty good sign.
It's
And have you
coming
guys ever
around.
had one before like that you could road test before it came out / was mixed?
I mean, we road tested
Yeah.
the entire album for like
Yeah,
a
all the
year.
songs.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
Because
that.
we were just playing shows, and we had written all these songs, and we were basically just like scheduling stuff,
Mhm.
trying to figure out when we could get back in. We didn't know where else to go, so we went back to Fame.
Yeah.
Probably a silly idea in
Why?
hindsight, just because of money and stuff.
Okay, it's
But
expensive. or?
but I mean, it sounds so good, and I think we're all happy with it. But I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. It's like I don't know. It's a push and a pull.
Yeah. So I guess you're excited to be, I mean, in a different studio now, right? It's like maybe a little more honed on like, here's how we get sounds. Like maybe the first thing we come up with isn't the right thing, stuff like that. Do you guys feel like that's shaped this a lot?
I think that's like a big part of it, what you just said, because at Fame, it was more of a like, let's get all of our ducks in a row and then drive 4 hours to go do this.
The clock's
Stay there
ticking.
for 3 days. We get the Airbnb, and then you come back and it's like, leave it,
Yeah, yeah.
But with this, the studio's in Charleston. Most of us are living in Charleston, so
Uh-huh.
it's pretty chill to where like sometimes just 2 of us can show up, or stay really late, as
Yeah.
late as we want to work on stuff. and then
re-record some if you need to. I think you said
like schedule stuff just a couple days out where, you know, it wouldn't have to be like with Fame, you know, they're so busy and everyone wants to get in that you have to schedule way out in advance and it's so much money.
Somebody told me you had to submit a demo too, right? Like they have to approve
Dude,
it, right?
we sent them some like iPhone
Yeah.
like voice memos.
Imagine if they
They're
were
like,
just
"Come
like,
on."
they just denied
Yeah.
us. Like they heard
Like,
those
come
and
on,
they're
y'all.
like,
Yeah, this Make It Out song. I don't think it's it, you guys. You guys should go somewhere else.
Yeah, but like Bennett was saying, it was so daunting. Like you go to Fame and you record it, and you're like, last day you are listening back, and you're like, okay, these are, damn, like this is it. This is like
this is
there's
it,
no
right?
more
Yeah.
changing this,
Yeah.
you know. Like, and then even worse, we got the masters back, and they just were. It was like remixed pretty much, and that was a whole
Interesting.
nother like
low end and stuff like that.
no, like they took notes out.
Dude, so here's a little Easter
it
egg.
was weird.
If you listen,
That's very weird.
if you listen to Make It Out,
Okay, Easter egg.
yeah, here's the Easter egg. And the little stop where it's like dun, dun, dun. That part, the second time around, that first note, the D, my note's just gone. Dude, you can hear it. Bro. You can really hear it.
Or the lag thereof.
If you're
you can't
thinking
hear
about
it,
it, yeah, if you're thinking about it, like
Yeah.
I feel like it's subconscious where if you're just listening, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But if you listen, it's like there's just no low end in that one note. It's so funny.
That's an interesting creative choice there.
Yeah, like this one note gone.
Interesting.
For the
Oh,
complete
like-
list of Bennett Bogus Easter eggs regarding our musical catalog, please text our phone number.
Stay
and link in
tuned
our
for
bio
more.
because it's a long list.
Well, I think the album ended up like, I mean, it's wild to me how like cohesive it sounds to me. It's like you guys had the thing that you were going for, and like to the untrained eye, like I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like you fucking got it, right? It's like the vibe is there, and like the drum sound is there, and everything's there for the whole 10 tracks, if that makes sense. Like it's almost like the other night we were at Nicky's, you were playing like some like Dead Letter Office, like Fall on Me, REM era stuff, like Murmur stuff, and I was like, that's kind of what you got. Like it's like a different thing, but like the lower vocal in the mix, that's like pure vibe, and I can't quite tell what you're saying all the time, you know, but I know what you're like feeling, you know what I mean? I was like, that's a very like REM thing to do, and like the louder drum hits and shit. I was like, interesting. Maybe like, I don't know if that was subconscious or not at all, or maybe I'm reaching, but to me when we listened to it, I was like, dude, it's like fucking, this is kind of what you guys were going for a little bit, but I don't know.
talking about like the new stuff.
No, I meant like the
Or, like-
album. Like,
Yeah,
I meant
yeah.
like the concept of it. I don't know. I mean, it's not like Preston's voice is like super like lead vocal pop, like super high.
Yeah.
It's like super verbed out on the album, right? For the most part.
Yeah, for a lot, it's pretty.
I hear
varied.
what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Murmur
My
sounds
mom
like it
always
was
gets on
recorded
me
in the length of what it is.
Yes.
Like they just hit start and they hit
Yeah.
finish when the album was done.
Yeah.
Like, I know exactly what you're talking
Could you see what I mean on that,
Yeah.
right? Other than
think
like
that
some
there's-
acoustic guitars and pianos and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you guys in 10 songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. I don't
That's
know. I don't
cool.
think I really pieced it together until recently when I was doing my research
Yeah.
for this. I was like,
And this next album's definitely got a lot of. We've gone in and like stacked tracks or like.
I heard
Kept
a
it-
harmony on one of them that was
Yeah.
not you, I think.
Yeah, and Wyatt's throwing tons
You
of
were singing a
harmonies.
little bit? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dog.
And just like stacking with stuff, but then we'll come in. The great thing about being able to go back to the studio and touch up, it's like we'll go back and be like, yeah, we gotta take this part's gotta
Yeah.
go, you know, like,
Okay.
and we're all like, everybody's like, yeah, like
Like,
I
as in,
listened back
like-
and I heard it too, like take it out, and it's like you'll listen back and you'll catch things. It'll be like obvious, like yeah,
As in like playing stuff, or isn't it like we gotta arrange this?
they're just like parts. There'll be like a little
Both?
fill or a lick in between, and they'll be like, yeah, that's
That
too
ain't it.
loud or that ain't it, or you know,
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a
Interesting.
blessing and a curse for sure.
Yeah.
Like being able to track everything you want as many times as you want, it's really cool. And like you said, you can take things out. But then when you're trying to get that one thing and you can just go and go and go, knowing that you can just come back through and listen, it's kind of like a,
You can work
yeah,
on it forever. Kinda,
you know what I
like
mean?
you were
It's-
saying, like not being happy with everything. Like,
yeah.
you know, it's hard to
And
be.
it's also you just psych yourself out at a certain point.
Yeah, interesting.
And it kind of takes away from the rawness of it in the first place.
There was a video I saw you at Wolfgang's, and you were doing like some crazy, like wild, like I don't know if it was or something was like feeding back
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
long, and I was
The
like,
stereo
that's sick.
phaser.
Interesting. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's a little more like. Would you say this is more experimental for you guys, or
Yeah,
we
a
just
little
have
bit.
more
I did
time
my
to
ex-
experiment.
yeah.
really.
yeah?
I personally
yeah.
did my sonic experimenting at home. But
Okay.
I feel like for the band, we're definitely experimenting.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. I noticed the other day when I was listening to Fireline, again, researching for this because I wanted to fucking have some questions ready for you guys, you know. But like I was listening to it, and in the second chorus, when the guitars they do like a thing, you know what I'm talking about? Like when you guys really kick into it, the guitars do like this big pan thing. and I
There's
was
a
like,
feedback
that's
loop.
sick. Is that what it is?
Because it's
I
just
trapped
Blake's
myself
track
in the closet
from
with my big
yeah,
old
the
Fender
closet.
amp. And
And it it pans around. I was like, dude, that's sick as fuck. I've never noticed that. And by the way, that's an all-time drum intro to me, dude. That's like that's like your best moment for me is when you come in there. I'm like, yeah,
dude. Wait for this next album. There's a drum moment on this heavy song. That's like, it's like you're getting shot by a cannon. It's like it's awesome.
Sounds so painful.
Yeah.
But when I listen to Fireline, dude, I mean, was it hard to come up with that, or was it pretty obvious? Like it's like it's such a great intro. You know what I mean?
That whole song, I feel like just kind of like we would play it instrumental. We played it instrumental a couple of times at a couple of shows in Auburn, but I feel like that one just kind of flowed. Like it just like we kind of, at least for me, I kind of saw the parts that I was gonna play like before I ever even recorded it. And
very natural.
Yeah, just like I just wanted to serve the hard rock kind of feel of that.
I think you did well, man. When I listen to the intro, I want to run through a brick wall. So fucking so nice. And there's like the weird guitars that are like doing something, like buzzing around or something. I don't know if
there's.
I feel like there's a line between Fireline and 9-5. Correct me if I'm wrong here. There's like to me, there's a central theme that like you're like talking about like you say something about a tax man, which is like a fucking great line.
Tax man ain't no friend of mine.
That's it. And then like 9-5 has a similar kind of like, I don't want to say anti-establishment, but almost like like the stick it to the man-itis, you know. And I'm like, I feel like there's a clear line, maybe not clear, a very vague line of like they're similar to me. I don't know, which is cool.
I'm a big fan of Dewey Finn.
Yeah, a legend. What a great movie.
Right. He speaks a lot of sticking it to the man.
Really? Sticking to the man-itis, you know? You ever had that?
All the time.
Every day, man. I wake up with that.
Just pissed off.
Yeah. Well, lyrically, how's the album been different though? Just to transition to that, has it been like similar themes, or like you writing about new stuff? Like, how do you feel? Like, were you happy with the lyrics on the album? Are you happy with the new album lyrics? Like, are you doing all the lyrics? Everybody chiming in?
No, it's collaborative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. Just like I think there's been a lot of like working out stuff in the studio, like working with different ideas and trying to be like just. I think like with the one going back, like being able to come back to the studio and work on stuff.
Yeah.
You'll like try things and be like, okay, yeah, that's not it. This is cool, but it could be better. And that's like one thing, like kind of chasing the dragon in the studio. It's like, this is good, but it could be great. You know? And it's like, I don't necessarily have the better thing right now, but like, let's work towards the better thing. And a lot of times like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, let's all like work. Let's find it. You know?
So what do you guys listen to when he sings something? It's kind of what I'm figuring out. Are you guys like, I felt like it was about this, or like, this could be better melodically? You know what I mean? Like,
you just never want a line that'll like take you out of the vibe of the song. Like,
okay,
if you have a really good verse going for a while, and then there's a line that's like maybe a little bit cheese, or maybe just like doesn't fit with the rest of the lines.
Yeah,
then it can kind of pull you out.
Yeah.
Whereas like you really want,
flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
And just making sure, like, when you're working on an album, everything that you're talking about through song 1 to 11 or whatever is
somewhat coherent.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just like we're talking about cotton candy and the next day we're talking about, some serious shit.
Yeah.
So,
would you say the album upcoming is more serious or more lighthearted? Because the one, I forget the name, the melancholy one, whatever the working title is for that one felt a little more like I feel like you guys don't always do the like lighthearted thing, and that one felt like a little like fucking summer tune, like we're having a good time kind of thing. You guys are a little more, I want to say serious, but it doesn't feel serious. You know what I mean? It's like,
I think the music might not seem serious, but I think that we're trying to be a little more serious lyrically.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, what do you guys think about it? Same kind of thing?
Yeah, I think just with the more complexity with the songs, people can interpret it in a different way. Because I see that song as way like more kind of like melancholy in a way.
Okay. Interesting.
So I think there's a lot of different ways to interpret it, but there's also, as Preston was saying, like, big differences within the songs. Like we've got an acoustic song that's like super happy, and I think it sounds like something out of a Pixar movie. And then we've got songs that, like Buried Alive that are, the exact opposite.
Buried Alive sounds like a fun, loving, good song.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds very lighthearted. When you say acoustic song, do you mean like straight acoustic, like no drums, or like?
No. It's a
box drum. Cajon, yeah.
Ooh, a cajon. Okay, interesting.
Stripped it down.
We also just don't have a name
it's acoustic
for it.
It's acoustic as what? I didn't hear you.
It's
Mr.
acoustic
Blake.
as hell.
Oh,
heck.
As heck,
That's
man.
crap.
Cut that out.
That's crud.
Interesting.
As dang.
What's some other things that you guys have been like it seems like you really guys have settled into the role just from, I mean, we're 47 minutes in, and compared to last time, you guys are like, I don't want to say subdued, but it's more like you've leaned into like, this is what we do kind of. Whereas last time it was more like, we're just shocked to be doing this, right? Like it was very early. Is this what, year 3 for you guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does it feel like, I mean, sitting here, you know, having sold out venues all across the, you know, US, that kind of stuff. The streams went from, I don't know, I remember when fucking 9-5 was at like 20,000 or something. I was like, this is a cool song I found, you know what I mean? Like, I found this song, you know? I'm the only one in Athens that knows this song, you know what I mean? And now it's like fucking I can't go anywhere, dude, without somebody being like, dude, you guys know the Stews? I went to school with them in Atlanta. I'm like, dude, did the fucking world go to school with you guys in Atlanta? I could be anywhere in the U.S. and I meet somebody and you guys come up and like, dude, I went to fucking Atlanta with them, dog. I'm like, did you really? How big is this school that y'all went to? Which one of y'all?
No,
You're not Atlanta.
It's
not
actually
Atlanta.
a
It is
small
not big.
school.
It's dude.
Well, people like to like stretch the truth.
It's slightly exaggerated, dude.
Because it's like a
I
friend
think
of a
they just
friend.
nip like 30 minutes of conversation when
Yeah.
they just say I went to high school with them.
Well, the amount of
Yeah,
people that
okay.
claim to have played soccer with Blake is actually
Dude,
absurd.
you'd be
Must have been on
surprised.
some soccer
That's
team.
like I don't know, like 9-10 years worth of soccer teams. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
playing
close.
against, you're still a homie. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, I got a lot of homies in the soccer world.
He's in
Shout
tight.
out.
He's in tight with the soccer.
He's
on
an
that.
No,
athlete.
seriously, everywhere we play, it's like I don't really catch up with them on social media just
Mhm.
because it's like something from the distant past, in
Yeah.
my opinion. And like seeing someone that I know, and then it's like so far fetched in my brain that I would ever see them again. It's so cool.
Yeah,
So
it
awesome.
is.
And I think
Is-
everybody can vouch for that.
I
Like,
think so. Is it? Here, I got a water for you. Want to press it?
I got 3 waters.
on, dog.
so-
Personal water.
Y'all don't be starving out here. I mean,
Wow.
we got plenty. We
Dish
got
'em
beers.
out,
We got
dish
everything
'em
on here.
out.
I forget where I was gonna go with that. As you guys have played more, like obviously, like I keep saying, you've been hitting these towns a lot. Like you've got your rounds that you're kind of working right. Has it been hard to like? Obviously, you get more and more friends. And it's like kind of tough to keep up with. What are you laughing at?
The goblins in the corner of your room.
The gabagools.
shift one of
can we,
these
like,
cameras
can
on
we get
y'all
the-
for
Can we
a
get the
second?
Jameson cam on one of them?
I'm scared
we'll
it
do
won't
it
go
after
by.
the questions.
Expose these fools.
Hey, who won
We'll
in
get the
fantasy? I'm
gabagool
curious. It should be
cam.
over, right? Did you guys playing each other? Let me know who won here.
No, let's not get into
still
that.
got- we
That's
still
gonna be
got
like
Monday
a
night
30-minute
football.
conversation.
I just want to know who won.
Were y'all playing each other?
Yeah,
Live update.
Oh, embarrassing.
It's looking like the Tampa Bay Bucatinis are taking it
The
home.
Bucatinis are taking it. Interesting. Well, you win some, you lose some. Anyways, all right. What was I even saying? I got lost.
I don't
Bennett
know.
was laughing. I thought he was joking on something.
You know, man.
Fucking all right. The more and more people you guys meet, has it been like interesting? Like you guys are like actually making some homies in these cities. You know what I mean? Is it like you got homies in insert town name that you try to catch up with when you're there? Is it like hard to like maintain those relationships, or like you were saying about the team earlier? Like sure, Moon Taxi has their homies that they see every time they go to Nashville. Insert town name. How's that been? Has that been cool to like really fucking have some homies pop up in these towns? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 that's
it's really
always-
cool.
Always kind of been a thing.
Yeah.
That's nice about traveling just in general.
Mhm.
So people that we grew up around all the time, like as they've dispersed, we've kind of started traveling a bunch. So we get to
Mhm.
see a bunch of them that otherwise you would never see.
Yeah,
That's-
all
you
the
see-
soccer buddies.
Yeah, you see your old friends, and now, like you're saying, we've come to some markets like 2-3 times.
Yeah,
You'll like see a guy like sound guy or light guy, and you're like, oh my gosh, like remember you, and you've actually like have good memories with
Yeah.
a guy, and like yeah, it's like an old friend.
it's
kind
fucking
of
awesome. He's
That's
like, I
kinda
got your
cool.
mix saved in the boards. Yes.
yeah.
That's
There's definitely like
interesting,
when
man.
you meet the show up and you meet the sound guy, and you like had forgotten it. He
was
he
him?
was so cool last
Yeah,
time, and you're like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, remember how cool you were, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good show.
It's gonna be good tonight. Yeah, it like changes the vibe. It's really fun. That's one of the things that I don't think people talk about enough. Is how cool it is to like, have people fucking with you every show. You know what I mean? Or like every time you come to Clemson or Columbia,
Yeah.
somebody shows up. It's like, dude, that's fucking really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like stop what they're doing and come seeing you if
It's
you're in
special.
town. How's it
really
been for
cool.
you guys on that? Like, what are some places that you guys think of as like places that have really taken care of y'all? I know like obviously like the SEC, ACC things, but is it like, what's a town where it's on the fucking calendar when you guys are like, yes, you know what I mean? It's like we're fucking in insert name. this
Colorado
weekend.
always puts us
Colorado?
up in like the dopest Airbnbs
Yeah.
and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like all those mountain towns out there.
Yeah.
Steamboat.
I think you guys
Vista.
fit the vibe up there well, right? Does that seem to be a thing?
Yeah.
They like a lot of music out there.
Do they?
Just
Okay.
Like
I
there's,
remember
like,
you
the
guys were
hippie
telling me
scene.
like you guys would have the little mountain graphic and everything. Like last time you were here, that was like a somewhat new thing. Was like, hey, we're just gonna drive to Colorado and play.
We had Bennett on our last one on the back. Him just
Yeah.
standing in the woods.
Driving
yeah,
to
that was-
Colorado is not as
I had to
easy as
model
it
for
sounds.
It's
that.
quite the jaunt, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
that bad. It's not
I'm
that
kind
bad.
of
What's up
scared
with the
for
van?
going back in December.
Why? Oh, it's gonna be cold as fuck, or
It's gonna be icy.
We're just
Dude,
going
the
to
snow is
We're just
scary,
going to
bro.
Denver though. We're not going. You know.
Yeah.
But
We're
last
not
time
going
we
into
were
the
out there, we
mountains.
were leaving Denver,
Yeah.
and the day before, like a homie's band had flipped their trailer and van, completely flipped, like because of some like black ice on the highway, and it's just like you're
That is
going down these
scary.
mountains, and you know
Yeah.
it's icy, and you're like, I
Yeah.
hope the guy in front of me doesn't stop because I can't stop. You know what I mean?
How's the van doing? Did you guys get the van back? Last time you
Doing
mentioned it
its
was
Next
fine.
question.
It's not
please.
doing.
Gone.
Oh, I'm
Bad.
sorry.
Sore subject.
We just drove to New Orleans and back in Blake's car.
No.
She's a
Dude.
beast.
I mean,
Find
she's a
me in the
beast, but-
trunk in the
Dude,
fetal
my back
position.
is-
No.
My back is still.
Everybody's
messed up.
taking it. Yeah, it's
It's not good.
not
That happens.
We miss
man.
our van.
We're gonna.
Yes.
I think it's gonna either need a new engine or we might have to part ways and send her
Into
to a
the-
new
Yeah,
new
man.
lover,
Yeah,
to a new
it's-
home.
It's not looking great, but we'll be all right.
What was another city? I think only you answered. You said your favorite was Colorado. Where do you guys like to go?
I was
Is
gonna
that the
say
same?
Savannah.
Savannah, really?
We've only played in one place in Savannah
Yeah,
called
I
Victory
like
North,
Victory North.
too. I mean,
and they're like the best staff.
great.
Another one is Asheville at
Mhm.
Salvage Station.
Kind of like the same, like Colorado vibe, right?
Yeah,
Kinda
like
like the
a
mountainy.
I was
yeah,
saying
smoke
Colorado,
a
like they
lot.
like actually like take care of you as far as like they like house us out there
Interesting.
because we're
Like
so far away.
Airbnb
But
kinda?
as far as like like that for you, but like, I agree. Like Savannah,
yeah.
probably the coolest staff. Like they take care of you at the show.
Shout
Yeah.
out Brian if you're
Brian.
watching, listening.
We love you, Brian.
Can't wait till
Shout out,
New
Brian.
Year's, the day before,
Day
2
before New
years
Year's?
before.
Is Savannah?
Yeah.
Victory
Interesting.
North.
I remember you guys having the big twofer at Charlotte. How was that for last New Year's? That was crazy, right?
Mm.
That
Dude,
New Year's
don't
Day
play,
show
don't
was
play New Year's
fricked.
Day.
Really?
But,
That's the first?
Don't do it.
Sounds like good advice.
It's just
Yeah. Just
mean-
use your common sense.
yeah.
Would you want to attend a show being that
I felt like a
hungover after-
zombie. Yeah.
Well, you guys don't drink, I thought, right? I thought you guys
Dude, we
weren't a drinking
sound
band,
checked
right?
that. Oh yeah,
Never.
No, we don't do that.
I don't drink.
Kobe. Kobe.
We sound checked that gig and like I had the worst voice crack
Yeah.
I've ever had. And
Oh yeah, that was scary.
it was everybody was just like laughing at me like because they thought I was
That was a
joking.
joke. I thought
Yeah,
it was a
and I was just
fucking
like,
joke.
"Fuck
And it
you
was
guys,
legit?
I can't sing."
What did it sound? I mean, it was like a
It was like a
breaking-
filter was on his voice, like
No.
that like strayed from. I don't know. I don't want to be too mean, but it was,
No,
like,
it was bad. It was bad.
I
dude.
I went from really happy to like fuck.
It's gonna be a tough night.
it's gonna be a terrible
We even
year.
have tea in the green room.
Lots of tea now.
It was fun though.
Well, that's interesting though, man. I mean, I guess I'm just trying to figure out where you guys are at now. Like, I mean, I obviously know you guys a lot better now. I didn't know you guys last time when we met for
We
the
just
last
met
one.
you.
Yeah, I know. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, these guys got some crazy bags under their eyes, dog. So you guys smell really
That's what
funny.
the warehouse does to you, dude.
The warehouse will do that to you. These guys look really tired, man.
Dude, we
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
I say we. Wyatt didn't know it was gonna be filmed, and had the,
If
No,
you couldn't,
it's
if you
like
couldn't
on
tell,
it.
if you've
Of
seen
all
the video.
fits.
It was at the end when y'all was like,
I mean, it's
wait,
too
we're
late
filming
now.
this?
Might
What's that camera over there?
Is the thing on?
Well, it was a pretty new show back then, so no faults there. But I think we got the cameras covered this time. You guys knew it was coming.
Multi-angle.
I'm gonna pull it in real close on you guys. It's gonna be every pore, every pore is gonna be unexposed.
Can't
Well,
do
fuck,
me like
man.
that.
What have y'all been
Good
having
thing I
fun
went
with
on
lately? Just tell me
Accutane.
about like. I want to know like what's been going on. Like, what have you guys been fucking doing? You know what I mean? I know y'all been playing, but it's like, what have you guys been doing that's not the band? Like, I want to crack the egg on
dude,
like you
nothing.
guys. Like,
Nothing.
nothing. It's just all band.
It's like, I mean, I recently went to the beach.
Yeah. I don't know. That's living, baby. Come on, man.
Good. I got
2 days.
I went to
my
Whole
nose
Foods
is
the other
peeling
day.
a little bit.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Y'all seen any good
Yeah.
shows lately?
I watched a really
No,
shitty
man.
horror movie the other night.
Fuck yeah. Which was it?
It was called. God, I don't even remember the name, man. It's just one of those that like somehow has a good rating, and you
The
watch it,
Stepfather.
and you just feel like
On
you, like,
Netflix?
Like a
wasted your
Netflix
time.
original or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finna, you all right down there? You look a little subdued, man. You okay?
Just hanging in here.
There's a heavy
I think
pour.
everybody needs to follow Bennett's dad on Instagram, dude. I think that's an underrated follow.
Oh, yeah.
Jim
At
Bogus.
Jim
on-
Bogus.
Yeah,
Jim
Jim.
Bogus.
Dude, Jim's a legend.
It's actually his birthday today.
It's his 57th
birthday?
birthday.
Yeah.
Jim!
Birthday, Jim.
Everybody.
To Jim.
Happy birthday!
To Jim, baby.
Cheers.
Love you, Dad, but I think Bennett's dad's cooler. So
It's close.
Dang, dude.
Shout out all the dads.
That's funny.
That's why I was bummed when you guys were at Georgia Theater and I saw he posted the next day. He was like, killer show last night. I was like, dude, I fucking miss Papa Bogus.
everyone
He's
gets
so
a
great
wow.
He was
supporter.
the
He really-
tallest man in that building.
I should have saw him, dude. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude. Him and Braxton have been getting along real well recently.
They're real tight.
They
real
just,
tight.
yeah.
They gel.
Yeah, they
What?
gel really
They
well.
gel
That's the
really
word
well?
for it.
What's been going on?
We just, send each other DMs.
Hang out once a week.
Exchange memes.
What's weird is that when I asked my dad about it, he's like, change the subject, So I wonder what they're talking about. I'm kidding.
I say no way.
How's the show?
Bennett's dad always says some shit that you didn't know you needed to hear, but you needed to hear it.
Yeah,
Any
like-
examples? Anything you can lead me on that? Or
Just like I don't know the way he talks about like his days. Like he caught a fish on his boat, and like
Yeah.
just the way he talked about it, I was like I need to go fishing with
Yeah.
this man.
One that stuck out to me, he posted a picture of a big cargo ship fully loaded coming to Charleston. And
okay.
said, economy's doing well. And I'm like, damn. That's like that's some
just
real shit.
straightforward,
You can like
Yeah.
big loaded ship,
Yeah.
and that's not bad for the economy.
That's what I'm saying. You could look at that and be like, look at all these emissions, But he's like, shit's good.
He's like America, dude.
Look at all these imports
Yeah.
Yeah.
right here to my home.
You see it coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
He's a
And then he
happy
gets on
boater.
I-26 and he sees them all going into the country, and he's like,
Mhm.
economy.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. You guys, I know you guys had a house in Charleston together, but you don't anymore, right? I've been fucking with y'all saying you're homeless, right? But you're not actually
I'm
homeless.
homeless.
You're
Wyatt
homeless?
is-
Wyatt's homeless. I got
Wyatt's
a home.
You got a home?
I got a home.
Got a home?
I'll choose.
I got a home.
Cheers to Wyatt's homelessness. To be solved soon, I hope. To be solved soon.
To a true road
I,
warrior.
He's not even really homeless.
No,
like
I
he's
mean,
got
I-
a bed in a
I
lot
s-
of places.
But I
Oh,
remember when you
yeah.
guys got the house, it was like you guys got it, and then it was like, yeah, we haven't seen it, and you'd had it for like months, or like
It's
you
just,
like,
like,
I hadn't been
storage.
there at all, really, right?
We literally moved in and then like slept there one night and then left
And
for
just
like
been
a
out?
like a
tour,
month
yeah.
long tour. Yeah,
Oh my god,
more
dude.
than a month. It was like 8 weeks.
Was that weird? Was it like, damn, dude, we need to just like not have a house right now? It's like it's like
Man.
you're in between, right?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
nice
a
to have
foreign
somewhere
concept.
for our stuff, yeah, but
Yeah.
But it was nice coming back off a tour and like just
yeah,
being
having
like,
a place.
yeah, having to like not worry about anything for a second
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
breathe. Like,
Interesting. Yeah, because I know you were in Athens last week or whatever week it was, and you were just like here Monday through Thursday. I was like, man, these guys really are just rummaging around.
oh
you know,
yeah, I
like-
was homeless then.
yeah. But now it's solved.
Yeah, I got a place now.
Well, I'm excited for Auburn next week, dude. I really appreciate y'all having
man.
us on. I'm
That's
stoked
gonna
about
be
Yeah,
that.
dude,
fun.
that's
Dude.
gonna be fun.
I just fucking had a
So
good time just
stoked.
driving up last time. That was a fucking. I hate to say a
Even though
movie.
you slept in your car.
I did sleep in the car, dude. Good
Bro,
fucking
dude,
time.
the-
Bro,
so
we're
bad
not
about
doing
that.
that this
The
time.
late we got to get the late night interviews going back.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
No, I think I took him too far. Remember we were doing them last time? Preston was like, all right, no more questions. I was like, one
Well-
more question. He's like, dude, I'm not coming off like an asshole right now, right? I was like, dude, it's just Preston. We're just Preston around all the time. Like,
That's so funny.
chocolate martinis or whatever.
Yeah, we
those
got.
things
Well, we
were.
need more people involved. We need more
Yeah.
people there.
Wait,
Spread
y'all
the
went
love.
to Avondale?
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
shut it down.
Dude, you got to come this time, dog, and bring the tiny mic.
See you
The tiny
Wednesday and
mic.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll be there.
I don't know if people bring up
$17
those.
drinks.
Yeah.
Dude, I ended up staying after hours because I was like,
Good.
we brought so many reckless people in there. I was like, I'm sorry about this, and I had a moment with
Dude, yeah.
bartenders, and then
I've
Yeah.
been reckless in there.
I think so. I think there was a martini glass that got broke. Excuse me. Right?
Yeah. It's kind of dangerous, like when you go to like the college-esque bars,
Mhm.
and then you decide to go to like an upscale bar
Yeah.
that has drinks and like only glasses that are served up, and you're just like,
Uh-huh.
everybody's just spilling shit everywhere.
like
Like 4 ounces, $18 later.
oh,
Cheers.
Cleo's.
Cleo's, what's that?
We keep talking about Mile Music.
Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, dude! I heard. I got a little sneak peek from the man's behind the camera over here, Mr. Cardoso. He said there might be some sort of mini documentary going on
Yeah,
with
I think
that.
so. Yeah,
Milo Music kind
Milo
of thing.
Music. Yeah, it's great. It's this
Any
little
details
festival
on
up in
that?
Wisconsin, and it's like just the best time ever. All these bands
Yeah.
that we know,
Yeah.
and it's like there's no like Kendrick Lamar's or anybody
Yeah.
playing. It's
Just
not
rock
like
bands?
huge. It's like some true
It's
rock
all
band.
locals.
Yeah, and I don't mean Kendrick Lamar's in like style. It's that more like local.
Okay.
Like there's no huge. I don't know why Kendrick Lamar.
No, that's a good example.
Why are you hating on him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Kendrick fans
No,
down
Nothing
right
to
now.
Kendrick,
love.
if you're seeing this, we sorry, bro.
He's not.
If you're seeing this, your show is
Dude,
insane.
you never
If you're
know.
seeing this, what are you doing?
If you're watching this,
Dude,
please
come
DM me,
on.
dog.
Come on, we are worth a damn. Like, come on.
One damn at least.
At least a singular, no
We'd have to be in
end.
a rabbit
Like,
hole,
give me a
dude.
fucking break.
That's the name of his album. Damn, right?
Kendrick,
damn.
please watch this.
But Mile of Music is this place in Appleton, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and the
Which I'd never heard of until you guys started playing
great
there, right?
place. And there's this
Nice
bar
little
named
town.
Cleo's, and after all the band sets go until 12,
Uh-huh.
and after all the sets finish and all the people of the town go home, all of the bands are all our friends and band. We all go to Cleo's, this tiny little bar, and the town hates it because they're like, "Oh, it's just a gimmicky bar." I'm like, "Great, no one's there." I'm like, let's go, and it's
Okay.
awesome.
It's always packed.
And you guys played a bunch of sets for that, right?
They'll do some artists will have 3 a day. But we've done 2 a day there, and we had 4 shows over 3 days. when we were there.
Damn, dog, that's really cool.
It's really
though.
fun. Though.
It's like a vibe kind of thing.
Yeah, it's all backline drums, which for me is
Oh,
pretty
that's
nice.
huge. Yeah, you
Just
like
carry on
that?
cymbals and snare and,
Uh-huh.
and great staff, and the people in that town are just so nice.
Yeah,
They
I think
love beer
Wisconsin
and they
as a
love
whole is
music
pretty cool,
and
right?
It's just
The spotted cows.
yeah,
Oh.
dude.
Too many.
Oh,
Too many spotted cows,
Never
dude.
been.
You guys bring some of those home with you here, right?
We already drank them all.
Dude, I gotta show you a picture. It's like
we
this. We have the luggage cart with all of our stuff going into the hotel we're staying at, which is the same hotel that every band stays at. So you can only
Is it
imagine how
Sheraton Inn?
chaotic it is. But we're going and we have maybe 8 cases of spotted cow balanced on this thing, and we're pushing it. And then there's these two some old couple just looking, they're shocked. Oh my god.
We have 2
Lasts,
bags
2
of
days.
luggage and 8 cases of beer on a
2
luggage
jumbo
truck.
bags.
Fly with beer? Did you guys fly?
No, we brought it
drove.
up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
What did you have a luggage? Oh, coming out of the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just drop all your stuff off, and then you can walk to all the stages. So
Really?
a lot of bands will just park their van for the weekend. And
Yeah, at the
It's
hotel.
all within a
ramp.
mile, so it's super compact and
Have you guys ever played Madison?
no.
I hear Madison's great music
love
scene.
it.
Yeah.
Love to play
Yeah,
football.
my sister went to school there. It's pretty
Really?
cool.
UW?
Yeah.
That's at UW, right?
My
Badgers.
parents went there too. Shout out UW.
Yeah, Badgers.
Go Badgers.
Dog.
Yeah,
Even
go
though
Badgers.
Go
Badgers.
Badgers.
Football's not looking so hot, but it's whatever.
It's tough, dog.
Yeah.
It'd
Early
be
on
like
in the
that.
season.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
You got
Yeah.
the Wisconsin key ring.
Yeah, dude. Shit.
Let me see.
Show that.
That's how you friggin' know right there.
Get those key sounds in the
dirty
mic.
and stained.
Yeah, get a little key sound in the mic for me. Ah, wow. Tones.
Could be better.
Pretty sick phaser on there, dog.
pan that stereo. You're talking about you
Yeah, I'll pan that. I'll pan that.
Put
don't-
that,
yeah,
put that
dude.
back left.
You don't know wild
You ever mess
until you've heard
around?
stereo phaser in the headphones.
What do you
That's all I
mean?
gotta say.
What do you mean by that? Give me a little detail on that.
Somebody sent him the track with stereo phaser and put
Is that
that
what it's called?
put this stuff in the headphones.
It's
Yeah.
phaser that's stereo that goes it
So it
pans
goes
left, right.
Like if you have a left and a right, it's like an infinity symbol.
They call it a stereo traveler sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
But the
Auto pan.
pedal I have does it.
So does it go like this, or is it just?
Think of an infinity symbol.
Oh,
And-
fuck, dog.
But yeah.
So like you can feel it and it feels like you're being sucked in and
Yeah.
but then you can control the speed too.
Interesting. Fuck, dude. And there's some of that on the album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Frick yeah.
mm-hmm. Wait, let's back up a second. I skipped forward this. The documentary, though. Is
Yeah.
this like a thing that you guys are gonna
It's
the
gonna
Easy
be-
Honey Fubar documentary, or is
It's
it
actually the same
it's-
editor, Graham
it's-
Matthews.
right.
Fuck yeah, I met Grant. I think.
Yeah.
I think I met him
like, they're
somewhere with
doing,
you
like-
guys because
Yeah.
I've got his number, and I was gonna
He's
ask
my
him to film
roommate.
something. And he
Yeah.
came up there with y'all and just filmed everything and kind of documented, kind of like the Bonnaroo vlog was really sick. That was like a
Yeah.
mini doc kind of thing,
Bonnaroo.
right? Which have we not talked about that yet, dude? How the fuck was Bonnaroo, man?
It was cool.
I feel like that's another
It's
moment,
awesome.
right?
It's
It's like
yeah.
was that like a glance into like, hey, here's how these bands that festival bands are, you know? It's like this is how they kind of live, and like you could see how you could tour those rounds alone, almost, right?
It was
Not
just
even-
it
there's
was
like
an
a
insight
camp-
into like such
We
a
were literally,
big
yeah.
festival kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Like we didn't really see a lot of other bands.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, you get rides everywhere, which is cool, but it's just a lot going on at all times.
okay,
And it was awesome to be a part of.
Yeah.
But the camping was kind of a little iffy.
interesting. I saw some like
I
hot
slept in my
dogs
car.
being consumed with cheese on them. I think Bennett was eating some hot dogs in the vlog, or maybe that was
What are you
what was that
talking about?
sandwich? Garrett, what was it? What am I thinking of?
Is that a dream you had?
No, it's in the
Someone's-
vlog.
It's peanut butter joke.
Peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
I was close.
And there was a slab of turkey or ham on the ground. I remember that.
Basking. Dude, that was there the whole time, and it was like the cheese touch. Like nobody touched
It's been
it.
there from like last year. Scorched.
Yikes. Well, I remember thinking when you guys got it, I was like, oh, Bonnaroo, side stage, and you guys had like a good slot, right? It was like, what, 6 p.m. or something?
It's like 7.
I was like,
45
fuck,
or
like
something.
The only other person playing was what's
3-6
3-6
Mafia.
Mafia. Yeah.
3-6 Mile, interesting.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder if this is gonna be like crazy, or if it's one of those things where it's like a side stage, there's not much going on, but this shit looked wild, right?
Dude, it was awesome.
Like it packed out.
really-
Like, did people
yeah.
come as the thing before you ended?
Dude, there was like a field out. There's a tent, and then there's a huge field that like had a big hill, and you could see like in the middle there'd be like a group of people leaving somewhere, and they would like slowly just like
Middle over.
turn like courses and like start, because if somebody was walking to the tent, you could see them walking from like 100 yards out.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then the sun went down, and you couldn't really see
Yeah,
that
I
far.
couldn't see
but
anything.
it was so cool to see like herds of, it looked like sheep just like veering off to like come to the tent.
And was that like? I mean, surely that was a different experience than like the usual show, right? Like it's
Yeah,
like more of
man.
like a neutral, like everybody didn't know you, for example, right?
Right. It was like mostly people that didn't.
Yeah,
know us,
for the
which was-
majority,
which
and
was
they-
awesome.
Jeff
We,
was mixing us out front.
JV, happy birthday!
Happy
JV.
birthday,
Happy
Jeff.
birthday, Jeff.
Happy birthday.
I'll
Yeah,
drink
man.
to that too.
Wish
Win
you were
Takeaway, too.
here, but
And win.
you're at the lake, and we love you.
We do love that. But so that was interesting. Was it more of a thing like where you guys were like, "Fuck, I want to do more festivals," like immediately, or was it like, "Oh, this is cool, but we like the headline," or
Bonnaroo
No, I
is
mean, they're
another
awesome.
level of festival.
yeah, that's like the festival.
You don't
right?
necessarily
I think
get
that
to
you
just
could
like only
do it.
play the.
I think that
Yeah.
if we had a choice and we could play a lot of those, we would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
well, I
you would
feel
be
like some
crazy
bands,
otherwise.
like even like Moon Taxi, they'll do like the summer festival rounds. You know what I mean? Like the like
I saw them
July.
at Shaky Knees in high school.
Dude,
Yeah.
they
Saw
got a
them
video.
at 420 Fest as well.
Fuck yeah.
It's in the same park. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so now after this, what's the plan? Is there a plan for next tour already, or I mean, this has got you busy already, but sounds like next tour's cooking. That was some immediate
Yeah.
like,
February-
what's we
next
thinking for that?
February,
No days
February
off.
2024.
Okay.
It never stops.
Like mid-February, we're gonna start up big headline tour.
Fuck yeah, dude! Any
Which,
like anywhere we wouldn't expect? When's Europe coming? Surely Europe's something to do the list, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
dude,
Japan?
we're playing the
Hopefully
Opera
soon.
House in Sydney. It's gonna be crazy.
Pretty small
Yeah, I don't know,
cap.
not
Yeah.
soon enough. That would be amazing.
Sir
I think we're gonna
Albert
do-
called us to come play his hall, so we're
Okay.
heading to London.
Yeah,
Shit.
Sir Albert.
Hopefully West Coast next year though. is what
Oh,
we're
yeah,
thinking.
that'd be
That's gonna
crazy,
be
right?
the next.
And I feel like it's like kind of like a harder market to get into. You know what I mean? It's like not like
Yeah.
the SEC.
So we've
isn't
said
there,
that
you
for
know what I
like
mean?
2 tours now. So we're like, all right, it's time.
Gotta do
And I
it.
think for this next album, we were gonna have enough music to where we can like go out and play whatever kind of set we feel like needs to be played for that crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, and just be confident in like having music we're super stoked in
Yeah.
from different eras, different album stuff. And I think like having these like 10, 11 songs plus the 15 we have is like
Mhm.
just be so fun to go out to the West Coast and be like, dude, we have so much to show
Yeah.
you, you know?
You think that's gonna change the dynamic of everything when it's like obviously you kind of have to play the whole EP album, you know, the whole, you know what I mean? But like you're gonna have to pick now, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
15
Get to
plus.
I'm
pick.
excited
now.
for that.
Get to
honestly.
pick, yeah.
Yeah,
Get
dude,
to pick.
It's,
Yeah.
you
You stoked about
that's
that?
something I'm looking forward to personally.
Yeah.
I think
same.
it's the
Interesting.
new songs are always exciting. Like
Yeah.
as you know,
Yeah.
just the first time you
Yeah.
get to play a new song, it's like, it's like that's the
yes.
shit. And that's the
Yeah.
reason you're looking forward to the next set
Yeah.
is for those new ones.
And starting out, I remember like we were all like, would all be like, dude, I can't wait till like we say, yeah, we can't play this song, this original night because we have to play the other ones. Like just being able to like pick out songs, like, nah, it's not the vibe night. Let's play another one, but not have
Yeah.
to throw in a cover. And like just having your own arsenal of music, that's sick.
That's
like,
huge,
That's
yeah.
the coolest shit.
Well, I'm stoked for y'all, man. I mean, I've been keeping up for a while, and like, you guys are like I consider you guys my blueprint. Like, no bullshit. I know you guys are like I've considered us as like homies now. I didn't know you guys last time, but like, everything you guys do, it's like I love that it's like we were talking about this on the phone the other day when it was us three. It was like no bullshit, like no TikToks, none of this shit, no like crazy like it's like good content that happens, like good pictures of the shows, good video vlogs, like good fucking songs, and you guys just go play. Like I've always fucking liked that about you guys. Like there's
Just
no like
keeping it raw,
Thanks,
you know?
brother.
yeah, there's no like TikTok single that popped off and you're like killing it now. It's like that's cool and all, but it's like I really just fucking like that you guys just play. You know what I mean?
That would be nice though.
Yeah.
I was
Speaking of
gonna say,
which,
no, I don't know. Yeah. That,
Well,
could,
you know what I
that
mean.
could be a blessing
No,
and
I
a
hear you,
curse.
though.
Yeah.
But I
If
hear
you're,
you
like,
definitely.
just known for a viral TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
I would kind of hate that.
Well, I mean, I don't mean like that. I just mean that like you guys have never been worried about that. Like the TikToks
Right,
that
yeah.
you guys post
Yeah.
are like funny. You know, it's like just like you guys being you guys. It's not like
Just
Did you see the
bullshit.
bed
crazy
channel
scripted.
one?
The bed channel?
Oh,
No, I didn't.
You
Can we
gotta go
talk
check
about
it.
the
Yeah,
bed
we should talk
channel?
about the bed
Please tell me.
It's
channel. Where the
in
hell were we?
Chicago, which
Okay.
makes sense. But we're in this hotel, right? And we're chilling. Well, I guess it was just us in the room
Yeah.
at the time, scrolling through the channels on the hotel TV.
Oh my god.
And there was this channel, dude, and it was just a bed, like a lot. It seemed like a picture, or like in a weird way, it seemed like a live stream of just a still frame of a bed.
That is
But,
what it was.
yeah, that's basically
It
what
was,
it was.
weird, bro. It was so weird, and we it was just that.
It looks.
there's
It
a
looked like
eerie-
one of those things in like a horror movie where it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
supposed to move, but then like while you're asleep, like somebody walks in
Yeah.
the frame and would walk.
It
out
also
kinda
looked like the
thing.
beds
Yeah.
that we were sleeping on. It looked like the hotel.
Right, it
Yeah,
was like
really creepy.
Yeah,
But it
was
wasn't.
just-
It was a still picture, but it looked like a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you could
It was
get
strange.
the sense.
This sounds creepy as fuck.
Everything
Duh.
from that moment of first changing to the bed channel, like everything that
Yeah.
happened for the rest of the night was weird.
And I was
For the rest
eerie.
of time.
I was sitting there watching
Yeah.
TV, and
Things have
Bennett
never
calls
been the
me, and he's
same.
like, "Yo, put
Go
it
to
on
channel 47.
channel 47."
Go.
And I
separate
put it
room
on,
at this point?
yeah, and
What?
I put it on the separate, I guess the channel, and it was just silence. 'Cause I was just waiting. I was like,
Unbelievable stuff.
and then he goes, "Crazy, right?" Hangs up
tripping
the
out.
phone, and then I'm just staring at this bed live stream, and I'm just like,
What do you do at that point?
What if like all of a sudden like you just appeared in the bed?
Yeah, what if it was
Yeah,
something
like
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some shit like that's bound to
It
happen.
was
That
one of
would've
those
Now it's kind of a legend. You kind of
otherworldly
look for the bed
feelings,
channel.
for sure.
We looked
I
for
would
it
like
last
to see
time
the
in
bed
Chicago.
channel again, but I don't think it's
It
gonna
brings
happen.
me
I don't think
solace.
so.
It's
a one-time
couldn't
thing.
find
It's a
it.
I'm glad
Chicago
it was
thing.
documented though.
Yeah,
That
okay.
shit
there's
was
TikTok.
I thought that was
Crazy,
gonna be
bro.
our viral TikTok, but
I like the TikTok of Blake where it's like, I don't want to say, you guys are in like a museum and you're looking at something
oh god,
and you're like, oh, I should call
Braxton.
her. You know what I'm talking about?
Braxton made
Is that
that one with his
Brax?
dirty mind.
Yeah, obviously Braxton's
I don't have
idea.
TikTok,
yeah, I
so
don't
there are
know
all these
this,
TikToks of me, and I have no idea what the fuck they are.
I haven't seen that either.
I'll have to
That one
show
is
you.
inappropriate.
That's a good one. Knuckle touch. No, that's good. That's a good one. All right, so we're at
I
like an
think I know
hour
what it
15.
is.
Let's kind of get closing notes. I'll let you boys go home. I know it's been a long day, but I appreciate
No
y'all coming
worries,
in, man.
bro.
I'm trying to think of like what I really wanted to like. What did I want to ask or like what do I want to end with? What has been you guys' favorite song to play over the past year individually? I'd love to know that. Or like your top couple that come to mind. Knee-jerk reaction.
Oh, am I starting it?
Tough question, I know, but just bear with me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I like playing
Damn
the
it.
new stuff. You're saying just like one of our songs that we like playing the
just
most.
anything you played. You know, you can give top 3. We're not gonna hold you to it forever because I'm gonna ask you again next time you're here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Bennett
I don't
loves
know.
covers.
Yeah. I shot the sheriff.
I remember we were in the van after Georgia Theater that first time. We were talking about playing covers because we were like trying to get away from that. And Bennett, he was like, he got real quiet. He's like, dude, when you're just playing like not a cover, it's just like awesome. You know?
Sounds like the phrasing I would
Not
use.
wrong. Yeah.
I was like, word, dude, bars, bro. When you're playing not a cover, it's just like so sick, man. I was like, fuck
The
yeah.
worst way to put it.
I was like,
But yeah.
I was like, word.
I'd say right now it's I would say it's Hourglass right now.
Fuck yeah.
The new one.
Upcoming single. So,
Yeah.
and that is the title of that one, right? Not a working
I
title.
think that one's gonna be the
Fuck
title.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wyatt, you're next.
I
don't
right now another new one. We were talking about it earlier.
Uh-huh.
Buried Alive. Still
Okay.
one of my favorite. Right
What
now to
about it?
play.
Is it fun on the drums or
You
the
can just
vibe?
dig in, man. And
Yeah.
it has like a climax at the end, like just a really hard
Yeah.
guitar solo jam
Fuck
outro
yeah.
thing. And I like playing Without You a lot. I like
That's a
singing
great
that
song.
part and
Preston actually
It's
pointed
fun.
out to me that was a good song. I think it's the last song on the album, right? Without
Yeah.
You.
Mhm.
And I like maybe like had glazed over it. And then when we were in Auburn doing the Tiny Mike interviews, you were like, I was like, what's your favorite song? You're like, dude, the fucking arrangement on Without You and what the other guys are doing, not what I'm doing, is fucking spectacular. And I was like,
Dude, that song is because I'm kind of just chilling. Like even my
Yeah.
part like live, I'll play the intro and stuff, but then like I'll kind of it sounds better without it than it does to like fuck it up while trying to sing it, you know. And like space is great, especially like you find like leave the part out and like it just lets the whole song breathe. And yeah, just like but the ability to do that and like the whole song just moves like on its own.
Yeah, and it's got the cool like backing vocals thing. Is that you two, right? I remember that was the first time I'd seen you guys all with mics was in Auburn, and you're like, I'm kind of nervous. Vin was like, kind of nervous to sing that. I was like, dog, you'll be good. Dog, bro. But the oohs on that are really fucking tasty, dude. I like that song. It's a good one. Thank you for putting me onto that, because I kind of like, I won't say missed it, but like, you know, wasn't like the one that I'd go to a lot. You know what I mean? So you said Without You, and you said Hourglass. Preston, you have an answer for me?
I'm gonna go with 9 to 5, just because like I was
still
never,
closing with that, or no? You switch it up?
Yeah, we close it with a good bit.
Yeah.
I was never like super satisfied with my guitar playing on that song on the record. I feel like it could have just been.
Come on,
thanks, man. But I think it could have been. I don't know, just like could have dove into the tones and everything a lot more. But it's just challenging. And then like also at the end, sometimes like when we have some extra time, we get to space it out.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 different sections at the end where it like builds to this like final like power chord outro, and it's just like. Some nights it's not there all the way, but like sometimes when it's hitting, like you can really like reach for the note.
You can feel it. There's like those little stops. Y'all do that little like.
Yeah, man. That's just like a moment to like really like have like fucking like punch him in the face for a second.
And I like that drum thing that you do on like the last build. Is that like a Stuart Copeland thing? Because it sounds super familiar to me, where you like double down. I don't know how to do it, but like I was like, I think Connor even said
it
he's
might
like,
be a subconscious Stuart.
He's like,
Copeland
I think that's
thing.
like a Stuart Copeland double down. I mean, obviously didn't know him that, but it made me think of that, and I was like, that's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, it's just a lot of times like with any thought that I put into like a part like that is just like, how can this last time that this section happens, how can it be a little different?
Because you do the same the first 2 times, right?
Right.
And then that last one's like crazy.
And like, like I'll start the kick going faster earlier on the third time than I do on the first and the second. So just little differences, but like
a little vibe.
Makes it fun.
Oh, dude, I think your guitar sounds great. I think that track is fucking. That's wild to me. That's y'all's first 5 songs. That was the first take.
All the guitar on.
And had you guys been in bands before this? You guys hadn't, right? Or there was like a few little projects, right?
The 3. I mean, Blake, Wyatt, and I were all in a band in high school that went through a few changes.
Play a lot of shows, or not really, right?
We played lunches.
How was it?
Dude, we
played it. Yeah.
No, but think about all those afternoons.
We
What,
did
jamming?
a lot of
We
practice.
played afternoon, like every afternoon when I didn't play football for like
4 o'clock
3
till about
straight.
11 o'clock
straight up.
for so long.
See, that's what I could never get. We could never like organize long practices in high school.
Really?
1921. That was our
My mom had
We
to
played
beg me
bars,
to
though.
come home.
Did you really?
We played 2 bars.
Fuck yeah! Which one? Like in Dothan?
Yeah,
No
the recovery
shit.
room, a medical school bar. It was like just me and our drummer Lev.
Man,
Yeah.
what a name for a bar.
Yeah,
The
recovery
recovery.
room.
That's pretty hard, honestly.
And like
That
we were
is
like,
hard.
I was like 16, and we literally got pushed out the door after we finished by the owner. He was like, we had to talk to our parents. Our parents were like, good job. They were like, had to talk to us outside.
Liability.
Yeah, straight up.
Chris and I were in Minerva's Men for a day.
And Whaley and the Boys.
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Just like freshman year, just different bands.
Different
that got
groups?
together for a little.
But none of them
Me
went
and Wyatt
far
were
enough to
kind of
make
like
music, right?
before everybody moved to Auburn, and like when I first met Wyatt, it was like we would play with a bunch of different people, but like I never played with another drummer. It was like always me and Wyatt like
Package.
playing. Yeah, it was like a package deal. So,
Really
Yeah.
interesting. So you still haven't really?
No need.
I mean, they've never had any other
Yeah.
band with another guy.
Doesn't
really.
get much better.
Look at that, dog.
Oh.
Damn, dude.
Y'all got a kiss.
I'll cheers and
Fuck yeah, man. Good for y'all. I mean, I think that kind of shit seeps through too. You know what I mean? Like the tight, kind of like I think like brothers and shit. You know what I mean? Like the Van Halens or like the fucking, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like there's like a certain lock there
Chemistry.
when you've got your guy that you played with forever. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously everybody now, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
But that's what made it so like I feel like at the very beginning, like when the first time we all met, like I'll never forget when like we were playing like a version of Slip Away, and I have the voice memo I think, and I like to believe that was like the first one because we did hit record, but it's like so it was a song they had like written the structure for and had been jamming on for a while.
Yeah.
And it was like, so what are we gonna play? We didn't want to just like play a cover. We were like, let's jam on something. And it just like they were all so tight because they'd played in high school all together, and then like, they just kind of went from
It just
there.
went from there.
Yeah,
I like the video that you guys had posted, excuse me. That was like you guys were in like a circle and you were playing "Make It Out" or what? This was the start of "Make It Out." I was like, Damn, dude, y'all, that's a good video,
that's
dog.
my
I'm having on that
friend
one.
Jasper is standing in the middle of the room with the camera,
Yeah.
and he's just like doing like a slow rotation.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
he's
hard
like
though.
got it on the
And it
chest.
I always
fucking
forget
sounded
that
like
he
it
was there.
sounds, you know,
I
like it
was
was like
like-
almost there, like you guys were just working it up, right?
That was like
Dude, we
quarantine.
lived in that room.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I literally lived
We-
and slept in that room.
There
Did
was
it
no
feel-
windows. Which
We had
is kinda
another room on the other
good thing and a
side
bad
we would
thing.
hang out in. And,
Did it feel like y'all
it
were
was a
cooking
special
though?
place.
Was it like
We were
Dude,
good.
looking back now,
Yeah.
like I was in senior year of high school,
Yeah.
COVID, and they just Auburn stopped or whatever, and they came up to Atlanta,
Mhm.
and everybody was just kind of quarantining,
milling around?
and we kind of did it together, I guess.
Yeah.
Saw each other every day, so that if anybody got sick, that we'd all get sick, and then we could all. I don't know. It was a weird thought process, but
Yeah.
we were in it together. And looking back now, it went by like that.
Uh-huh.
But I mean,
It seemed,
we
was
were
there
just
like a
having so
hard
much
thought on it?
We were having so much fun.
Yeah.
Not
we just-
really. I don't think there really was.
So it
on
wasn't
there.
like-
we
kinda
were
just
just
gotta-
like,
let's
damn,
just
like
do
let's just
stuff.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's
There's
just
no
have
like
some
we can't even
fucking
go
fun.
outside. Like you can't
Yeah,
even go to
interesting.
the grocery
Dude, I was
store,
sitting in
like-
Dothan
Yeah.
and they were all like sending videos from Atlanta, and I was like itching, dude.
Were you?
I was like, Mom, She was like, no, you can't just go up there. I'm like,
See ya.
I'm out. Like I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating.
almost
I
there.
mean, I think that kind of shit kind of seeps into it. It's almost like the harder you try, like, you know, like that can get in the way sometimes, for example. But like,
Yeah.
it's just fucking blows my mind that that's y'all's first 5 songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure shit got cut or whatever, but like for that to be y'all's first 5 recordings, I think y'all should be proud of that,
No,
dude.
dude, we would have
Thanks.
done 6. I think we were talking about doing Chicken Fight as our
Yeah.
6th song.
Is Chicken
We're
Fight on the
now an
album?
album
Now we're still
later.
trying to
A
put it on.
second
say.
album.
Yeah.
Now 2 albums later, we're
We also
still
were gonna
playing
put Too
Chicken
Much
Fight
to
and
Lose
not
on
record.
the EP.
You're gonna
Yeah.
put what now?
There's a couple. We were gonna put Too Much to Lose on the EP too. Like, there
Really?
was a couple songs on what was that were already finished when
Yeah.
we were going in for the EP, but we were just like we got to choose 5.
Gotcha.
And
Too Much to
think
Lose is
On
another
Hold
great
would be-
song that I feel like people don't talk about a lot. That's some more of a vibe one. That's a good Sunday
that's a
song.
it's
really
like the
fun
second
one.
most
Yeah.
streamed on.
Is it really?
Was.
Did you ever get to your
Like the
favorite
two
live?
slow-
Yeah, I think
slower
we might have
songs.
skipped his favorite. I took notes on all the
Oh,
songs. Let me
shit.
see what I wrote about fucking Too Much to Lose. I wrote similar vein as On Hold, but more optimistic. Eh?
That's a good way to put it.
Hold on. I got some other notes here. I want to wait. What was your favorite song to play?
Silence.
I don't know. We have this new song from the album.
Mhm.
Right now it's called Quick Quickie, and then we play The Well, and then we play
Uh-huh.
Without You, and all 3 go in a sequence
Without stopping.
when we play it live.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite things to play,
Fuck yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
That's a good answer. That's 3 right there.
Because
Love
it's
that.
like the same sonics on my end,
Yeah.
It's the
But
D
it's-
songs.
but it's not.
They
It
don't
is the
start
D.
with D.
Oh,
It
is
is-
Baritone song on the album? That's the one I've heard.
Without You doesn't start with a D.
That's Buried Alive. That
Without
one.
You
That's
starts
Buried
with
Alive. Oh, it's got a name now.
Name now. Yeah.
When
But
you
that's
guys
the
opened
fifth.
that shit in
I got
Auburn,
a
I was
name.
like,
But
yo.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's playing a heavy guitar. This is sick. You know, I was really excited about that one.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I just love getting weird, and I
Yeah.
can get weird on those 3.
On that
cool.
sounds cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see that. You guys will play that Wednesday, probably that order.
Yeah, we'll play that sequence for you.
Fuck yeah. All right, bet. All right, I hear some cameras dying over here, so we're gonna wrap it up if that's good. All right, on my closing notes, I just want to actually fucking note down the ones that I wrote about it. I wrote Trials, incredible lyrics, maybe a lyrical high point for whoever wrote that. I'm assuming you, maybe
I think
a little bit everybody.
I had most to do with those verses, but I honestly don't even remember sometimes because it was like they went through so many like phases.
It's weird that I can like when I listen to the shit you sing, it's like I can feel the feeling, but I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't need to know more. Does that make sense?
Fair enough.
It's not like I don't want to be like, hey, what's Trials about? You know what I
I
mean?
don't,
It's like,
I don't like to write about straightforward shit.
yeah. That's cool though. That's cool. I think it's like a vibe thing. It's interesting. You know what I mean? It's like it's never too specific. It's never like I was here doing this and this happened and that happened. It's like,
I think that's just kind of like what we've established,
Yeah.
if you will.
well, fuck yeah, good for y'all. Cheers to that, man. Thank
Cheers
y'all for
to
coming
you.
out, man. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
I'm gonna lean in a little bit.
Legend.
We're gonna get in here.
I already had too much of this Jameson,
Hey.
bro.
That's why I went quiet.
He's just hiding.
Man,
over
y'all are
there.
making me feel bad. I
Don't look at me.
refill my glass twice and open a beer.
Well, cheers to you guys, man.
Cheers to you, Jameson.
Cheers, man. Here's
Cheers.
some
Love
more
you,
good
man.
tours.
brother.
Love
Man,
y'all too,
some
man.
more.
Here's some more
Brother.
good tours, some more good songs, all that
Yeah.
shit.
Many more.
We'll be having some fun in Auburn.
That's it. I don't know which camera I should wave at. I've usually got my one. I'm going to wave at this guy down here. You guys give him the wave. It's a thumbnail right here. Yeah. Big smile. Everybody smiling, right? Bennett, smile.
I'm trying.
Smile down there. Smile. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's been the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Check us out on YouTube. Check out our new Instagram. We got banned on Instagram, so the new Instagram is Jameson_OTR. Shout out fucking Waterbird. They gave us some drinks for this and Outlaw beers. Delicious beers.
Heck yeah.
Pretty good, right, Blake?
Cheers, yeah.
Yeah, thank y'all for
I'd
giving
rather
us
drink
those. We
this than a
appreciate
Miller
that.
Lite any day.
That's what I'm saying. And
Blake loves beer.
they're apparently at a good price point, the kid told me. It's from Colorado.
Cheers. Even
Fuck
yeah.
Cheers. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all be good. Bye.
YBG.
YBG.
What's that?
Y'all be good.
Y'all be good.
I was like, what? Gang signs, dog?
Trying to.
Picture the system.